are making their way into the correct position. So, hey, we're going to get started. And, of course, it's Vexed map pick, so we're going to see LDLC starting on the CT side. Not that that matters to Vexed, apparently. They managed to pick themselves up 8 T-sided rounds on Nuke, which is notoriously CT-sided, so I don't think they're going to be too fussed about it. Plenty of pistols on the ground, as well as Adam and Mezzy pick up utility. P250s, raid bosses for Link, Cray, and Fraser. Looking to take those ranged engagements, as it looks like Ro16 playing the retake towards the A-bomb site. Has a smoke defuse kit. Same can be said of Major. As Vex, they're going to get free entry onto this A-bomb site. No real presence here. Happy in jungle. Ro16 towards CT. Going to struggle to get anything done. The early contact. A little bit of a tag onto Ro16. Nobody finding their shots to open things up. Mezzy going to make his way up the connector. Does leave him a little bit vulnerable at this sort of a range, but nobody connecting on their shots. Bomb goes down. 5 versus 5 retake. XMS and Major got to try and make their way through the murder hole. Happy does have them covered for the time being, but the flank could be so lethal. Link out in the open will be taken down. P250 on the ground as XMS. One tap onto Cray makes things interesting. 5v3 Mezzy. He's still alive towards under, and he'll get a double before he's taken down. He's bought Adam and Fraser time here, and Fraser manages to get one. The double peek comes in. There's Dinks to work with, but Fraser all alone. He can't find the shot. XMS has got the defuse. There's a kit as well. Major doesn't even need it. They secure the round just about. LDLC take the pistol. The retake going... I mean, couldn't argue for much more. Major even managing to recover a P250 at the end of things. Keeps the defuse kit up. Keeps the cash going. Of course, with the bomb plant, we should see at least a half buy coming in here from Vex. They could get a fairly strong force as well if they so choose. Looks like it will just be the Deagles to try and do as much damage as possible. Bonus round buy comes in from LDLC. We will see XMS picking up the M4. A couple of FAMASs. Scout for 6er. MP9 for Ro16. Early nades towards the ramp to try and prevent this kind of aggression. Mezzy decides to tank the Molotov as Happy takes a tag. And Vex, they're set up for a mid-take here. They have a lot of presence, a lot of map control to work with, and they will just look to explode out of middle. No real presence besides Happy here in towards the connector to try and spot this one out, to try and buy his teammates some time. But up close and personal are where these pistols do their best work. Happy takes another tag. Adam will take him down. A 1-for-1 trade as these Deagles now have control of connector, but Ro16 at range with the MP9 and 6er with the headshot on the scout to just make things a little bit less awkward. The dink not quite enough to take down XMS. And Mezzy is left 1 versus 4 in towards middle. Deagle and no armor. Of course, this wasn't a force buy from the T side. It was just a half buy of these Deagles. They managed to take down one player. They got a good tag onto XMS as well, who will have to rebuy that armor. But there's not a lot done so far. I think Mezzy would be happy with 1 or maybe 2 extra frags here. But out in the opening connector, he will get gunned down in the back. 2-0. LDLC dispatching of the half buy. Next, though, they got the bomb down. They'll get the full buy into the next. They will pick up the Krieg onto Cray. The rest of the team going to opt for the AK-47s. Not quite learnt the diagonal and left spray pattern just yet. A little bit of a bonus round coming in as well for LDLC, of course, keeping that MP9, the scout, up. They will invest on the AUG after the heavy nerf, still being picked up by Happy. The French teams have been quite fond of that weapon, despite the recent nerfing, as Vexed again going for this fast mid-presence. They're taking control away, and it's Happy in towards connector with that AUG. Gets the early flash. That's such a nice flashbang from 6er to find the opening pick. And now Ro16 close and personal with the MP9, fully blinded. The trade is there 1-for-1, but Mezzy somehow finds a frag to make it 3-on-3. Happy staying alive towards connectors, fully blinded, but on half HP, he's still up. The tapping Cray will take him down, but Mezzy's on half health. XMS finds the frag in an absolutely frenetic round, 3-0. Vex try to pick up the pace, but clearly the French have got their speedster boots on. They are more than happy to stay level at that. Happy finding 2 frags from in that connector position. Absolutely crucial, as again, it will be the half buy coming out. Deagles across the board for Vexed. Looking for that individual skill, just looking for that raw aim. As Adam is in towards the ramp. A couple of players making their way out of mid. Again, no real contest from LDLC and Vexed. Haven't reacted to that yet. Nice nade damage as Ro16 takes the early frag onto Adam. And they're just isolating these 1v1s. The Deagles not quite working out for Vexed just yet. Happy again, playing around that connector area. You can see Cray wants to take the fight, and he's got it lined up. Finally, they dispatch of Happy. So 4 versus 4. They found a couple of tags as well, and the Deagles are doing a little bit of work here. 3 players now tagged up on the LDLC side of things, and they want to try and get aggressive. 6 are on top of Ticket. We'll find the refrag to make it a 4 versus 3, and this is the problem with the Deagles. They are very isolated. They're struggling to find the refrags. Link's caught in the open. Ro16 with the timing. And Fraser and Mezzi, again, last two on the server. There are tags to work with onto multiple players, and Roda's opting to get aggressive, but he might just get a timing here. Fraser has the knife out. Sixer mops up the remainder. 4-0. Will be another rifle buy for Vexed, but this is their map pick, bear in mind. They need to start finding some rounds. They need to start arresting the momentum of the French side. LDLC, they've looked good so far on the CT side. They've had answers to everything Vexed have brought at them, but this time Fraser has the AWP. He was so good on both sides of Nuke. Can he bring some of that form to Mirage? Going to be taking it towards middle early on, as it looks like Happy actually in towards the window this time. Sixer in connector with the AUG, taking the contest, spamming away. Adamant, the open brought low. The flashes are so good for LDLC. Not quite finding the frags, but a good amount of damage to open things up. And again, that short and connector aggression coming in from the CT side of LDLC, not opting to contest the window, as S6 from connector finds another one. XMS top of the sign gets a second, and LDLC, they are dismantling Vexed on the T side of Mirage. 3 players left on the server, Cray, Fraser, and Mezzi. Again, Fraser and Mezzi, they've been left in recovery position so many times here. 5 versus 3, they need to start finding picks. LDLC are just being so proactive on their CT side. Flashbangs, nades, locking it down, and just catching Vexed completely off guard. They're playing a fast-paced CT side, and it doesn't look like Vexed have an answer at the moment. Craig clearing middle. He's made his way out of the underpass, and they do have that mid control to work with finally, but they've lost 2 men for this. They need to start finding some refrags. Fraser going to sneak his AWP up short and try and be proactive. LDLC, they have XMS on this angle. He finds one, he finds 2, and it's all down to Cray. He's found the first frag, but he's completely isolated towards lower. He will get the double before he's traded out, but XMS, a quad kill from short, absolutely locking down that 5-0 lead. And again, Vexed just don't have the answer. They are really struggling on their T side so far. Gotta wonder at what point you call the pause. We'll be half buying into this one again. The pistols coming out. A little bit more of a fast-paced style with the 2 CZs. Couple of Deagles and Cray with the cash to pick up the Krieg and just try and do as much damage as possible, as it looks like they're lining up the straight A execute here. They've got a couple of smokes on Mezzi and Link, and they can try and just straight up execute this one in towards the A-bomb site. Adam jump peeking for the information, baiting out a little bit more utility. It's going to be down to Cray here. He has to go huge. He has the 1 rifle available to Vexed, and as these smokes come out, he's got to find these opening picks. There's 3 CT players here. You've got Sixer, Happy, and Roden, and they have all been good so far on the CT side. Can they lock this one down? The Molotov is going to buy so much time. A nice nade, but the counters are there. Fraser is already on 9 HP as they try and swarm. The sprays are good. A 1-for-1 trade onto Adam. That's left the bomb in the open as Roden finds a refrag. Roden finds a second before the trade is there. Cray, 3 versus 1, gets the first, but now he's split. Major's in CT, and XMS is on the stairs. This is going to be really awkward for Cray as he makes his way back down the ramp. He hasn't got the bomb to work with, and of course, LDLC will know it. He's just got to check his flank here. 50 seconds left on the clock. He does have a little bit of cash to his name. Could try and go for this. LDLC have just set themselves up here. You can see what he's trying to do. He's going to make his way in towards middle, give himself a different angle of approach, try and make something happen. But XMS has made his way into dark. Major's playing CT. They have so many crossfires established. Time is the friend of Vexed and Cray here. 30 seconds left. The CT side might start to get a little bit twitchy, but of course they know they've got the bomb. They can just sit, they can hold and wait for Cray to walk into them, and that's exactly what he's doing at the moment, making his way up connector. If Major goes for this peek, he can catch K completely off guard, and Cray doesn't clear out under. The spray is good, 6-0. XMS locks it down again, saving the AWP. 2 rifles saved. It will be the buy once more for Vex, but they don't need rifles, they need rounds. 6-0 the scoreline. UK roster struggling on their own map pick early on. Full buy still available. I mean, Cray's on 7-6. He's the only one with a positive KD, and he's been left in those clutch situations so many times. He's found frags, but he's not finding rounds. And again, Happy and XMS, they're looking to contest middle with these 2 rifles. Happy getting very aggressive, waiting for the pop flashes, and he's got them a little bit isolated, but the spray's good for 1. Link trades it out this time. 4 versus 4. The aggression not quite working out, but they're just going again. XMS is still in middle on his own. He'll find the first, but the trades again. Major and Roden double peak, 2 frags, and now it's a 3 versus 2. Cray's still trying to work the B-bomb site. The bomb is dropped towards top of mid, and if he finds the 1-tap, Cray somehow unlocks this. But all the while, Rodon's getting aggressive towards top and middle. He'll call he's got the bomb any second now. And if Mezzy has no idea this aggression's here, it could be awful. On 42 HP, a couple of tags traded, but Rodon knows if he gets this bomb, it's all over. He can't quite manage it. Mezzy, on just 20 points of health, will manage to lock down the bomb. It's all on to Sixer. 1 versus 2 to keep the flawless record of LDLC alive for the time being. Cray's got full HP, but Sixer does have the AWP. There is an opportunity here for the Frenchman to find the clutch for his team in towards jungle. He's got an angle for this one as well. There's a smoke. There's no smoke. There's 2 Molotovs and a flashbang available for Vexed. And if they just try and waterfall out of Palace here, it's going to be a shooting range for Sixer. Should spot this one out. He's looking the wrong way, though. He's going to allow them down onto the site without too many problems. He should hear these jumps as the bomb has to go down here. Mezzy has to get the plant, buy his teammate a little bit of time. You can see Cray on full HP making his way in towards CT. Can Vexed get their first round on the board? Mezzy still alive towards Firebox. There's not a lot of utility for Sixer, and he's not sure which bomb site this is. He thinks it's B. Sixer is going the wrong way. He's making his way into the kitchen. Can he not hear the bomb hasn't gone down on the B bomb site? He's worked it out, but time's gone. He's got to save. There's no chance for him now. 2 versus 1. LDLC not going to keep that flawless record going. It will be a first round on the board for Vexed. 6-1 the scoreline. But they've got to get a few more on this T side of Mirage. They really do. Six are going to be resigned to saving that AWP, and he should be allowed to do so. Cray and Mezzy, they have to keep their rivals alive here. Both players have to stay up. Give their team a chance. Vex need more rounds, and they need them now. As the chat is heralding the James save yet again. It will be a buy for LDLC. The dropped rifles going to make their way across the rest of the CT side. So they will be able to get 5 rifles. It's going to be a little bit sparse in terms of utility, though. Sixer will grab that AWP, of course. And I mean, look at XMS. He's 11-1 at the moment. They have to start taking him down, as again, it's going to be early presence towards middle. It's Happy currently in the window, as CT's are going to get aggressive. Messi's actually watching for this, but Rodon and Sixer, they've got very aggressive in towards Palace here. This is about the time. Does Messi hit the shot? Of course he does. Takes down Rodon early on. The aggression this time not working out for LDLC, and Vexed have spotted out Happy. They found a couple of tags. They know his position. He needs assistance, and Major from short could be the one to provide it. Adam managing to find the frag. The nades are doing damage, but LDLC, they're starting to get locked out of this middle position. Vex are starting to get a read. XMS, of course it would be XMS. Gets himself his 12th kill of this half. This second map is going beautifully for LDLC so far, but finally he gets a little bit too aggressive. 4 versus 2 now. Major and Six are the last 2 left alive for LDLC. And wisely, Vexed are just going to go for the execute. They still have a minute left on the clock. They can fully execute this A-bomb site with utility. Lock Sixer out of proceedings, and it will take an absolute miracle from the AWPer to keep this one from going the way of Vexed. Major is completely out of this from short. He'll be smoked out almost instantly. Nades go over the top. Pop Flash misses its target. So Six is actually not smoked off just yet. There we go. Molotov's coming out. Vexed are starting to use their utility a little bit more intelligently. Starting to execute their way onto the site. Major's made his way up connector. Six is in towards CT. Can they do this, LDLC? Yes, Sixer gets the opening pick. No smokes again for Vex. They're locked out for the time being. They have to find a frag, and Major on the stairs has made it a 2 versus 1. It is all onto Sixer here. Does he go for the wallbang onto the planter? He doesn't quite hit it. 2 versus 1 for the AWPer, trying to make his way out from CT. So many angles to clear, and Vex are just staying together. They're going to go for the straight refrag here. Link and Fraser playing off of one another as Sixer makes his way up onto top of Ticket. Hits the tag, but can't quite find the damage. He's found another tag through the boxes. Both players bought low on Vex, but Link has the spray, has the second round, and Vexed, they've broken the money of LDLC. They have finally given themselves an opportunity to string a few rounds together here on the T side of Mirage. It will be the Mac 10 for Adam, but there's just going to be pistols for LDLC. The economy is finally broken. Vexed have made their way through. 2 rounds is what it took. 6-2 currently the scoreline, but the Deagles and P250s out for LDLC, and it's going to take something a little bit special from the French side as Rodon's just going to straight up get aggressive in towards connector. Spots out Adam, but meanwhile the rifles, they're going to straight execute in towards this A-bomb site. It is just Sixer in towards Ninja with the Deagle. He has support from Rodon, who's actually just made his way up onto the stairs, but this is going to be a very, very difficult hold. It's all about Sixer just maintaining that trigger discipline. He has to buy time for the rotations, and he's doing just that. There's now 4 pistols on this A-bomb site, but Mezzy and Cray, they're finding frags. Sixer manages to get 1 back, but now he's completely isolated. Link takes him down, and it's just mop-up duty for the remainder of Vex. Major's been spotted out. The AWP will come through from Fraser. And it's Happy, 1 versus 4. He's on the flank towards the A ramp. He's actually going to go through the palace, try and find something to work with here. Any damage he gets would be good, of course, but bomb goes down, and Vexed surely have a third. Mezzi's actually watching for this flank, but does he expect it? He does! Really nice read from Mezzi. 6-3 the scoreline. It will be the bye for LDLC, but Vexed, they're starting to make it happen now. They're starting to feel a little bit more confident, and you can see it in their fragging. Fraser just struggling to get into this game initially, hitting a couple of shots with the AWP. He's going to start to feel a little bit better. Sixer again does pick up the counter AWP on the CT side though. And there's 4 rifles. LDLC have looked good on their CT side so far on Mirage. Can they just regain that form and accelerate into the end of this first half? AWP for Sixer this time towards Connector. Normally played by the AWP on LDLC. This time they've got Sixer there. The smokes come out. The executor's out for Vexed. Mezzi, he doesn't know the gap's there. He does! He reads it perfectly. Takes down the AWPer. And he's got the A-bomb site. It's down to Roden from CT. Trying to anchor it. Finds the first frag. Brought down to just 6 HP. As the bomb will go down for Vexed. 4 versus 4. They have the health advantage. XMS trying to get aggressive towards the bench early on. Spots the player but can't hit the shot. And with Roden on 6 HP, this is all about the timing for LDLC. They have to find a frag, but Link's got it locked. 3 remaining players have to find something for LDLC. Major out in the open. He's found all too easily. The spray is there. Link and Craig combining to make it 3 versus 1. XMS, he's been a hero for LDLC. He finds the first, but Vexed are playing this so intelligently. Adam spotted out. It's a 1v1. How has he done this, XMS? He's on 45 HP, but time is running out. He doesn't even have a defuse kit. He has to stick this, and surely Fraser will peek here. XMS is just looking to take the AWP out of his hands. Fraser goes wide on it, and he even hits the shot. The P250 is good for it. Fraser should just about survive, and indeed he will. Vexed get their 4th, and they are really starting to build into this T side. The heroics of XMS, not quite enough to make it happen. Not quite enough to make it happen. 6-4 the scoreline, as again we'll see the pistols coming out for the French side. CZs, the Deagle for XMS, not a lot to work with at all, as Major even has to drop down onto the P250. They're going to look to pop flash and get aggressive in towards the ramp here, but Vexed have so much presence. Adam finds one, trade is there. XMS again finding a lot of work. 2 kills with the Deagle. He's making this possible, but Fraser's still locking down the A ramp, uses the Molotov to good effect. And I think Vexed have got a little bit of a read on this now. They know there's a lot of pistols in towards that A-bomb site. Fraser's got the support. Mezzi is here. 3v3. XMS has only managed to recover the MAC-10 as well. This is not good for LDLC. They've done a lot of early damage, but they need to keep converting. Major's actually going on a very long flank, and this could prove interesting. If Happy can buy time, this could be key. He's gone the wrong way, though. Oh, he's going into the apartments. That's such an awkward call. XMS stuck in towards CT with the MAC-10 on 42 HP. He's really going to struggle, as now the push comes through. Happy actually able to find one on the CZ. He's isolated the AWP, even finds the Dink. That buys XMS half a chance here. Link really has to be the instigator on full HP. The rotation from Major, he's actually managed to make that flank work. If Fraser doesn't go now, he's going to get caught in the back. Oh, this is absolutely brutal, but Fraser turns with the right timing to make it a 2-on-1. XMS can't make it happen this time. Vexus. What are my words even doing here? This is madness. Vexed Gaming, they get a 5th. Oh, that timing from Fraser. I thought that was absolutely done. Oh, when the CS gets this stupid, you can't even commentate it properly, boys. The bye will be in. Sixer gets the AWP out, but Fraser's got it in counter. And LDLC, again, they're going to try and make this mid-control happen. Sixer up on top of the smokes. Adam's been spotted out, but so's the AWP. Sixer in a really awkward spot here. So much damage being dealt early on by both sides, but nobody finding frags. As Roden is left isolated towards triple. Peeks wide. Fraser hits the shot. And this A-bomb site's completely open. You can see how desperate XMS is. Happy, unable to find any kind of a refrag. And XMS is just locked into jungle. The Molotovs as well are going to force him into a really awkward position. As again, somehow Vexed have just overwhelmed this A-bomb site. They are completely bossing LDLC's CT side now. Where previously we saw the Frenchman getting really aggressive, being proactive. It's now Vex just outpacing them. XMS top of the stairs is trying to find a timing using those smokes, those flashbangs, but his teammates aren't there with him. And as this bomb goes down, it's a 4 versus 3. XMS not in any position to deny it, and Fraser reads it to perfection. 5 versus 2. Sixer, Major, they have to save. And Vexed have somehow drawn level. Somehow they are making this one happen. 6 apiece, and Major gets caught taking his gun out. Adam is on 4 HP, and he's still finding frags. He is still finding damage. How is this happening? Vexed are going to draw level at 6 apiece. And the last man alive, Sixer in towards ladder. He's desperately trying to keep his hands on that AWP. He knows he needs to stay alive if his team are to stand a chance. He's brought down to 4 HP, and Vexed, they are swarming. They want to try and find him. He stays alive a little while longer, but Link will trade it out. 6 apiece. The AWP is gone. There is nothing for LDLC. They will be onto the half buy, and they have come close before with the pistols. Can they make it happen on this occasion? Deagles, 5-7s. There's not a lot to work with whatsoever, but it's a very strong full buy for Vexed. And look how much cash they've built up. Link's on 9k, Fraser's on 9.5. Admittedly, Cray has got no money, but early tags onto Adam. Happy, trying to pull off some antics with the Deagle. We've seen him do that before, but not on this occasion, as early presence towards the B-bomb site for Vexed. And Major and XMS have a really nice lineup here. This is the timing. Link spots him out and will take that early frag. Major, isolated tight on the angle, is finding damage and will find the opening frag. Somehow, Major with a double on the 5-7, recovers the AK and makes things incredibly awkward now for Vexed. They are locked out of proceedings here. They have the bomb, but they're stuck. Fraser with the AWP is in the middle of no man's land. He will find one, but he's traded out. And 3 versus 2. Somehow these pistols are making it happen. Sixer and Happy still stuck on the Deagles. A recovered AK-47 for Major. There are rifles in the apartments if Happy wants to go hunting. Adam's just made his way out. Connector towards this A-bomb site. They're just going to look to get the bomb down. They're just going to look to do as much as they can here. Vex 3 versus 2. They have to make perfect calls. Mezzy and Adam, they have to hit their shots here as the bomb will make its way out towards A. Mezzy clearing as many angles as possible, but does he know that Deagle is in towards CT? Does he know Sixer is there? He's got no cover for this plant. Sixer not going to peek. Major's giving his position away, and that's an easy frag to make it 2-on-2. It's down to the Deagle now. Sixer making his way out towards triple. Has the angle, but can't quite hit the initial shot. Takes the tag and is taken down. Mezzy has recovered this situation. Happy is 1 versus 2. He has the AWP, but can he do anything with it from short, or is he just going to try and save in this scenario? It doesn't look like he's got any chance, because Adam has just heard that scope. Nobody going to peek anything for Vexed any longer. You can see Mezzy, he's just going to lurk around, buy a little bit of time, perhaps try and take the AWP out of the hands of Happy. He's jump peeking to try and make it happen. It will be Vexed taking the lead 7-6 as Happy misses the shot onto Adam, and that leaves him in a really awkward position. Mezzy's going to lock him out of this. Nice movement from Mezzy as well to deny the AWP save. 7-6. Vexed have got the lead after a 6-0 start from the Frenchman. How have they made that happen? And even denying that AWP on the save is just keeping that CT economy so broken. AWP for Sixer, rifles for the remainder of the CT side, but there's so much cash for Vexed. Their T side is looking better and better as this map progresses. AWP for Sixer, this time going to take it towards triple. This time going to try and take map away as again. Adam's sent towards middle early on. He gets the information. The rest of his teammates wait for the execute towards A. Roden, he's got a nice timing here, but he takes the nade out at the worst possible second, and that leaves Sixer completely alone in CT. He hits the first shot, but his position's now known, and Adam's taking down his teammates. Somehow, Sixer gets a second, buying time as XMS in on the rotation makes it a 3 versus 2. The nades are up for the T side, and they can try and get this bomb down. XMS playing the gap in the smoke. He's going to go straight through as Link finds one. 2 versus 2. XMS in the middle of no man's land can find one. It's all down to Cray up against Major. He has the angle and he has the shot. The Frenchman recover to 7 apiece. Even managing to save the AWP if Major works out where it is. There we go. 7-all. This is the game that keeps on giving. Of course, Vex stole the first map. They stole LDLC's map pick. Can they bite back on the pick of the UK side? They will be able to buy here. They will be able to get full rifles out. Of course, the cash for LDLC, they took it down to the last man. They have full cash in the bank. They're going to pick up 2 Kriegs, 2 AKs, the AWP onto Fraser. Full utility across the board for the UK roster to try and make the execute happen. This time going to look to put pressure onto mid. Roden wants to get aggressive. Has Major watching his window. The smoke comes out. There's half a gap in that. Link's going to pop flash out, but there's so much presence here. Can they find the shots? Roden is down to 12 HP. They will find the opening, but there's tags coming out across the board. Adam and Link both brought low as Fraser somehow finds a second on that AWP, doing so much work. Sixer takes the dink, though, and starts to steady the ship for LDLC. 4 versus 3. it's going to be down to XMS. He has been such a hero here for LDLC. He's on the B bomb site. You can see the bomb starting to make its way around as Major actually comes in on the rotation, throws a pop flash for his teammate, buying a little bit of time. Oh, he's out in the open. Cray tapping away with the Krieg. Doesn't even need to scope. And Major's only on 41 HP. His AWP is being cut out. You can see Adam's cutting the rotation here. He'll cover Murder Hole. That AWP's going to get nowhere near the B bomb site. This is all down to Major. He has to go absolutely huge here as Adam takes down the AWP. Major 1 versus 4 to try and keep his team in this. He won't manage it. 8-7. Vexed just about get themselves a lead at the half on their own map pick. They will head into the CT side with a 1-round lead. 8-7 at the half. They really struggled initially to get into this map, but as it's gone on, they've just accelerated and got faster and faster, hitting more and more shots, really found their pace, found what's worked for them, and they've got themselves a lead at the half. They are 8 rounds away from securing themselves a spot in the quarterfinals of ESEA Advanced Season 31 knockouts, and what a performance that would be. Of course, they did finish a little bit higher than LDLC, coming in at 7th. LDLC managed 10th place, but they picked up some serious firepower. Major joining the roster in April. And I mean, if you're LDLC, you've got to be wondering what's gone wrong here. You lost your own map pick 16-13. You're now going into the T side at a disadvantage here on Mirage, and you really need something truly special if you are LDLC to stay in this one and take it to a 3rd map. We will just wait for the halftime break to get finished up. Fraser just mopping up with a couple of kills towards the end of things, and Vexed will head to the CT side. They've got to be feeling good. They've got a round lead, 8-7. They need 8 more rounds and they'll know it. As chat says, the baguettes have gone soggy, ladies and gentlemen. LDLC, they looked hot at the start of this half. They were keeping up the pace with Vexed, and just as the half's gone on, they've just lost it. They've just failed to keep up with the pace that Vexed have set. They looked so good on their CT side, taking that mid control early on, but it just fell off as the half progressed. 8-7, Vexed start on their CT side. 8 rounds the UK roster need to make a place for themselves in the quarterfinals. P250 and a couple of nades for Happy. Armor for his teammates as XMS will also pick up the utility. Full utility on Mezzy. Craig going to go for the defuse kit and smoke. What do Vexed have in mind here? It looks like early mid control coming out for LDLC. They're waiting for the smokes. XMS has the lineup. It's Fraser in towards mid to try and hold this one off early on. He has short control through Adam and Link. They're going to boost up on top. They've read this from LDLC. Boosting over the smoke as Connect control comes through. Happy in the edge of the smoke is found by Adam. That's a beautiful opening pick. As LDLC, they're looking to take control of the A bomb site here, and they have got jungle. They have map to work with. They should be able to get the bomb down. 4v5 on the retake. Do Vexed have it in them? All 5 CT players making their way in towards CT spawn. This will all be heard. The information is coming through. Sixer and Roden will get all of this. And they have Murder Hole locked down. So it's going to have to be all 5 CT players coming through from this CT position. Nice nade, but the damage not quite coming through. No dinks just yet. Vex push on out. 5 versus 4. They have 2 smokes to get onto that bomb. And they have a kit, so a 5-second defuse. But this flank from Sixer is so good. 1, 2, the dinks coming through. Sixer with the 3rd, and it's all down to Link. He finds the 1st, but he's 1v3. He's in the smoke. He's trying to buy time. The knives come out, and Major will get it. The pistol is LDLC's. We draw level at 8 apiece, and the knife will buy so much money for the T side. The knives come out in the smoke. They make it happen, LDLC. 8 apiece. It looks like Vexed are going to force into this one. They will pick up the MP9s, Deagles, CZs, a couple of scouts as well, but it's a strong second round buy for LDLC. 2 Kriegs and 3 SMGs brought out by the French side to try and make it happen. They're lining up for the executes towards A here. And there's not much presence at all for the CT side. You can see Vexed, they're looking for that mid control. They might just bail off it once they realise there's nobody there, and LDLC will just be lining up the nade execute straight up onto that A-bomb site. Vex going for a little bit of a stack towards B, and it's a missed call here. They're going to have to retake yet again. The nades rain over the top. The rotations will come in from Vex, but the bomb site is LDLC's. They'll get this bomb down without too many issues. As Cray gets taken down early on, not really finding any damage with that CZ75 in hand. It's a nice tag from the scout of Mezzy to make things a little bit more interesting, but with these Kriegs at range, it's going to be very, very difficult for the T side CTs to really get anything done. Adam will find one. He actually manages to find a refrag onto Roden, and then that starts to put some doubt in the minds of the T side. But again, these pistols are really going to struggle to get into things. 4 versus 4. They're completely locked out. The time is running low. They don't even have a defuse kit here. Vexed, do they just save? Fraser manages to find one, but time not there. Fraser with the second 1-dig. If they had a kit, there'd be so much more time. Fraser has to stick this, but he doesn't have the time. He gets another. Fraser with 4 1-digs. He won't win the round, but he'll make it expensive. 4 players taken down by the Vexed man, just tapping away at the heads. Manages to save himself a Krieg and make it very, very expensive for LDLC. Fraser starting to feel himself here, tapping away with the deagle, hitting heads. And look how expensive that has made that round for LDLC. They bought themselves 2 rifles. Now they're going to be down on SMGs. Galil, AK, 2 MAC-10s. Happy can only afford a deagle. It is the half buy for Vex, but they've got deagles. They've got P250s. The scout still saved by Mezzy, and Fraser, of course, the king of that round, managing to grab himself a Krieg towards the end of it. This time, it will be the presence towards B for LDLC. Link and Mezzy, the scout and the deagle, to combine on this B bomb site to try and find the damage, to try and make this round work. The utility comes in, the execute is here. There's plenty of presence for Vexed. Can they make it happen? Link finds the first after the tag. Adam gets the second, Adam gets the third, and this is falling apart. Surely not for LDLC. Happy completely isolated towards mid. We'll be able to find one back, but 4v2, Fraser capitalizes, and it is all down to Sixer. 4 versus 1. He has a Galil, he has the bomb, but already Fraser's looking to cut him out of the source. I don't know if he spotted him there. I think Sixer might have just got away with that one. Spots out the first player, hits the shot, brought down to 40 with the Galil. Will manage to find himself an opening pick. Fraser not quite able to control the Krieg. 3 versus 1 now. 53 seconds left on the clock. There's time for Sixer to play with. Time for him to just bait the rotations. And you can see Vex, they have to get control of the entire map here. Mezzy in towards mid. Has the MAC-10 at range. He's going to struggle to be effective with that weapon. Sixer's going to take control of mid. 3 versus 1. He's in a really awkward position here. His teammates have abandoned him, falling to the deagles of Adam and Lincoln. He's just going to try and get rid of that Galil. Gets the Krieg. 25 seconds. He's saving. There's nothing more he can do here. Vexed will get their 9th. The half buy works out to perfection, and that was all due to Fraser in the previous round. That deagle, the quad kill, taking both those Kriegs away from LDLC. He has done so much work for his side here, Fraser, and it will mean they draw level at 9 apiece. Vexed Gaming just 7 more rounds, boys. Saving themselves 2 rifles as well. An AK and a scout kept up. That is absolutely huge for the CT side. They're going to have so much cash built up, and you can see LDLC, they're running out of money. The pause comes in, and you've got to imagine it's the Frenchman trying to work out how they can make this buy work. They do not have anything. 2.5k, 1.5k on XMS. He is absolutely scraping the bottom of the barrel here to try and make something of this round. Look at the buy from Vexed. It's so strong. Fraser's got the AWP. There's rifles for absolutely everybody. There's going to be 1 Krieg for Sixer. Do LDLC force this, or do they just accept it and take the eco and try and get as much damage out of Sixer as possible? Looks like Roden will pick up the P250. The call has come in. It's the save for LDLC. They don't have the money. They don't have the rounds to be forcing into this one. Mezzy's even going to get rid of that MAC-10, giving nothing to the pistols, as the early Krieg shot for Sixer will find a couple of tags onto Adam. And that's just to bait the idea that this is a full buy from LDLC, getting that Krieg out. Of course, they'll know the weapon's been saved, but just bait the idea that this is a full buy. A lovely nade early on onto XMS, finding a good amount of damage. Still 5v5, however, and the pistols are going to look to overwhelm these rifles in towards middle. 3 players currently queuing up towards top and mid to try and take down what is a nice crossfire setup from Adam and Link. Sixer does have the Krieg, looking to use that ranged advantage. For LDLC, they're a map down. They're level on rounds here on Vex map pick, and they really have to make this execute happen. They have to get that bomb down, get that cash flowing again on the T side, give themselves an opportunity to buy into the next round. They're queuing up for this split towards the A bomb site. It's going to be Adam and Fraser to try and lock it down. Crazy in support, rotating around into CT, and Link can actually swing this short peek. If the call comes in from Adam, he can do so much damage with the M4. Now the push is going to start. Does Link swing with the timing? This is absolutely crucial. The pistols are making their way up. Connector Sixer on the back of the train as Fraser finds the early pick. 1, 2. The trade is there for Sixer. Again on that Krieg. He's making the damage happen. 4 versus 2 now. Can he cut out the rotations? Mezzy knows he's there and takes him down. It's all down to Happy. He's got a Glock. What can he do? He can find one. He can find a dink, but not quite the second. Fraser on the USPS will make it 10-9. Once again, Vex gained the lead on their own map pick. They are looking to take this 2-0. They want to go home. They want to get into these quarterfinals. And they are just 6 rounds away from doing so. Saving the Krieg as well onto Link. That is so huge. It will be the pistols for LDLC. They still can't afford to buy. They didn't get the bomb down. They're going to get pistols. They will have armor. A little bit of utility to back it up. But they're really not finding anything here on the T side of Mirage. Link going to throw the early smoke in towards short. That's just allowing him to peek, as Fraser does miss the initial shot. Mid control will be given up to the pistols of LDLC, but at range, they're really going to struggle to get anything done here. Smoke comes into connector as they may look to split this B bomb site. Mezzy's a little bit isolated with the 4A1. It's going to be down to Link on short. The spray is going to have to be huge. He gets one. He doesn't control it. Sixer trades. Gets that Krieg. And now Mezzy, he knows he's isolated. He's being flanked from all sides. He will be taken down. The man advantage is here. And Fraser, he's only got the AWP. He's going to struggle to get into B. The flashes come over the top from Adam, but the rifles are here now for the T side. And the trade is 1-for-1, but Roden locks him out. And it is all down to Adam. 3 versus 1. The half buy, the Frenchest of half buys, is working out so far. The flank is coming in. They just need to buy time here, LDLC. Adam slowly creeps his way out. He knows Roden's towards backbench. He wants this peek, but you can see Happy going for the backstab already. The gun comes through the wall. He will find the first, but he's got to try and isolate this second fight. He has some nades to work with, but the flank is here. Happy misses 1, misses 2, misses 3, but the spam will work. LDLC draw level. The half buy is here. The Frenchest of half buys makes it happen. It looks like Vexed are instantly going to force back into this one. They will be able to get an SMG rifle for Fraser, but they are struggling to make it happen here. 2 M4s, 2 MAC-10s, the Deagle for Mezzy. LDLC, the Frenchest of half buys, works out to perfection, and now they're going to go for the execute. Straight out towards this A-bomb site. Take the fight to the English. Vexed, they have to find some frags here from under. Adam's taken down very early on. Cray manages to get one with the MP9, but swinging wide, that's all he'll get. 4 versus 3. The A-bomb site is the French. LDLC, they should be able to get this bomb down without too many more issues. Fraser completely locked out, trying to spam through, fully blinded. The flashes are so good from LDLC, and they've got so much map to work with. I don't think Fraser has any idea they're into jungle. You can see Roden's got such an advanced position, and the CTs have no idea. They've just got to try and save her. There's nothing more they can do. Roden's going to cut Link out in the backstab. Can't quite find the damage, but 2 rifles saved would be enough for Vex. They need to try and keep things alive here. LDLC are putting up some resistance on their T side. They will regain the lead once more, 11-10. How are they doing this? LDLC pulling off the impossible. The half buys, the French rounds as they were known in the past, working out beautifully for LDLC. They are making this happen here on Mirage. They're giving themselves an opportunity to take this one to a third map. And boy, do they need it. 5 more rounds for the French side to try and give themselves that map 3. Give themselves the opportunity. The half buy will come in for Vexed. Of course, they saved those 2 rifles. Not enough cash to buy around them. P250. Deagle saved by Mezzy. Not a lot of firepower at all for Vex as they heavy stack the A-bomb site. LDLC this time looking for the mid presence. They're going through underpass. They have Major and Sixer holding top of mid. Fairly standard early round. Just looking to completely take away that mid control from the CT side. Keep them guessing. Make those rotations as difficult as possible. This is a nice setup from Vex. They are basically just hoping, beyond all hope, that LDLC execute in towards A. For the time being, though, the bomb remains at the top of middle. LDLC will commit to nothing just yet. They are being meticulous. Pop flash for Roden. Just baiting the idea of that B presence. But if Vexed hold their ground here, they could have a 3-man stack of this A-bomb site as the hit comes in. It doesn't look like they're going to move, and it looks like LDLC are going to commit to the A hit here. They have the player in towards the ramp. They're taking mid control through Sixer. Using that AWP, using the range, but it looks like they are going to split towards A at the moment. Where this bomb goes is going to be absolutely crucial, and it is going to make its way in towards this A bomb site. Where these rifles are, where the firepower is for Vexed Gaming. Can they make it happen here? This would be absolutely huge. The 4 spies have been working out for both sides so far. Could this be the round? They have 2 rifles and a deagle here as the nades come through. They just have to hit their shots, Vexed. LDLC coming out on the execute. Cray goes for the early peek, gets the information with the P250, and the rifles are getting damaged. Swinging wide, Adam and Link find a frag apiece. Link on the spray gets a second, and that's the bomb down. The timing is there. Happy able to find one back, but Sixer isolated towards the ramp. There's no time. Time is up. Happy doing so much work, but Link has got his number. Sixer on 1 HP can only do so much with the tech, and left 2 versus 1. He hits the first no-scope. The time is not there. Mezzi is missing shots left, right, and center. Can he finish off Sixer? He can't. The AWP is saved, but it's 11 apiece. Link, absolutely huge on the A-bomb site. This is the game that keeps on giving. 11 all. Sixer does keep the AWP. It will be AKs for his teammates. There's no AWP available for Vex. They are struggling economically. They have 5 rifles. They have a lot of utility to work with, but can they find the round here? Roden suspects the aggression. Fraser's here, but he can't hit the shot. Roden takes him down, and that is absolutely huge. The man advantage for LDLC, and they have that mid control again. Adam flashed himself out. He's got the spray. He's got 1. Can he get the second? Adam somehow finds the double and escapes the AWP. How has he made this 4 versus 2? As XMS is going to get timinged on, and it is all down to 6. Again, 3 versus 1. And Mezzi is pushing up aggressively. The tech at close range, spamming away. Can't make it happen. 12 to 11. Vexed, they have the lead. 12 to 11. Can they make this happen? Vex, they are 4 rounds away. 4 more rounds, Vexed. 4 more rounds for the UK side to book themselves a place in the quarterfinals. Sixer again has bought the AWP, but it's pistols for his teammates, and the early mollies will stop them getting aggressive. A split strategy early on from the Frenchman. XMS absolutely eats that nade. This is really nice use of the utility by Vexed early on. Mezzi finding a good amount of nade damage as well. The bomb currently queuing up towards the A ramp, but nobody's drawing any kind of a rotation for LDLC. You can see Cray is going to call towards under. He's going to hear all of this information in dark. He's just going to call the rotation. Adam's going to cut out the B bomb site possibility, and now Vex, they should just straight rotate out of here. Adam should make this call as the hit is going to come in towards the A bomb site. The rotation has to come through swiftly. Sixer has the AWP. There's pistols for the remainder of the T-side. XMS, the Molotov will keep him away from his teammates. Cray absolutely executes him up close and personal. And Adam on the fast flank has got Happy's number. 5v3 now. He can just bail from this situation. He has bought so much time for his team. Finding that frag onto Happy, you can see LDLC, they have to clear their backs here. Major has to use a flashbang to find that information. Recovers a deagle, but he's now got to clear so much map. Sixer, what can you do here? You have to be an absolute hero. Adam's going to push up aggressively. Can't quite find the shot. He will be taken down by Roden. 4v3, second rifle recoverable. Can they make this happen here? 28 seconds left on the clock. They're going to make their way back towards the A-bomb site. There is no more utility for LDLC. They have to hit their shots. They just have to find the frags. There's going to be down to Cray and Fraser on that AWP in towards CT. Could do so much damage. The early push is coming through now. Can Cray lock this down? He gets the first. Major on the AK. Can't make it happen. And Sixer has to save. 10 seconds. There is nothing more the hero AWP can do. It will be a 13th for Vexed, and they are just 3 rounds away from booking themselves a position in that quarter-final. Keeping 4 rifles up as well. That is absolutely huge for Vex. They have so much money now. They've got so much bank built up. This is looking like it is absolutely set. The full buy will come in for LDLC, and this one has to go this way. They have to win this round if they want to stand a chance in this series of taking it to that 3rd map, taking it to Inferno, giving themselves just a glimmer of hope. LDLC, no presence towards mid early on for Vexed, as again the bomb in the palace. The Molotov from Major to cut out the early play. But Vexed, they are looking so composed here. Major's just sitting in a smoke. He's trying to play just a timing. That's all he's looking for here. The pot flash will allow him out, but there's so much Vex present. Adam actually getting aggressive in towards Underpass, and Happy hasn't spotted him. How has he not seen the player? That is so simple. He takes down the man, and Major gets taken down. Roden, meanwhile, is trying to unlock A, and he has managed to do so, hitting the head of Cray, but now 4 versus 3. Vexed, they have to retake. They have utility to work with this time. Roden going to get aggressive in towards CT. Link and Adam, they have the stairs control as Roden takes the tag of Fraser. The leg is in. There's so much utility. Mezzi's just going to execute Roden. 4 versus 2. Sixer and XMS left to try and anchor this one for LDLC. They have positions into Ninja and the A ramp. Can they make it happen? There's so much time still to play with for the CT side of Vexed. Firebox is there for XMS. He's buying so much time. Vexed, they're leaving this very late. They are running out of time here. The clock is ticking down. 6 hits 1. The trade is there. But XMS, he's still alive, and they're not on the bomb yet. Finally, they get on it. Can they stick this defuse? Fraser, he's in the smoke, but XMS has got it. 13-12. LDLC will keep this one close. XMS is an absolute hero for LDLC. How does he make that happen? Vex, they just waste too much time trying to get into that site. They don't give themselves enough of a chance on the retake. 13-12. The money is busted for Vex. They don't have any cash. Neither do LDLC. They're on like a half to decent buy. Oh, what is this game of CS, ladies and gentlemen? What is this? Fraser's going to force it. Will be the force buy coming in again from Vex. Of course it would. FAMAS for Mezzi, CZ for Cray, MP9 for Adam. Fraser does have the AWP to try and make this one happen, and you can see the cash is busted for LDLC as well. Mac 10 for Roden, Deagle for Happy, the pause comes in. Major doesn't have a lot of cash either. XMS is going absolutely huge. Look at Sixer and XMS relative to the rest of the team. 24 for XMS, 22 for Sixer. On the Vex sides of things, Adam is having a blinding game, 23 and 20 at the moment. Should we have a look at the ADRs? 135 ADR for... Oh my goodness. XMS is on 24 and 17, but he only has 52 ADR. This game is giving everything. We are going right down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. They will be able to get 2 rifles and 2 SMGs out here as LDLC. Link doesn't actually have anything. He'll be picking up that M4 on the ground. So 2 rifles, the AWP, the MP9, and the CZ for Cray. What can Vex do with this? It looks like it's the fast B play coming in this time from LDLC. They are just going to straight rush this B bomb site. Link and Mezzi, they have utility. The early Molotov goes deep. The smoke goes shallow. Can they hold this one down? Mezzi swings wide, and they've bought time with this utility. The rotations have come in. The AWP is here. Sixer finds 1, but Link gets 2 on the spray. Looking for the transfer. Can't quite hit it. 3 versus 3. They have the bomb site, LDLC. Roden's Molotov will force Fraser wide right into his crosshairs, and that's an AWP picked up. Surely not. Roden gets the second. The trade is there, but Cray, he's only got the CZ. 1 versus 2. There's a FAMAS and an AK here for LDLC, and they're just trying to push straight on round. Playing Ring of Roses, but Happy will find it. 13 all. Happy with the Deagle spam. The shotgun Deag gives LDLC a lifeline. 13-13. The money is busted for Vex. They have nothing to buy into this one. LDLC have a very strong full buy. 4 rifles, 2 Kriegs. The AWP out on Sixer. Surely Vex can't pull this off now. Surely we are going to a third map as Sixer finds the opening pick onto Cray. Peeking that A ramp. Finally starting to hit those shots on the AWP. The man advantage, LDLC, they just have to execute efficiently here to regain their lead. It will be 14-13. They can dispatch of these USPs. Adam and Fraser are on the flank here. If they get a timing on this, this could be really awkward. Roden's trying to lock it out, but he's not got the information. He hasn't called that Adam and Fraser are making their way round towards spawn. If they get a timing here, this could be huge. The bomb is on the back of Sixer. He has the AWP. Has he heard these pistols sneaking up behind him? I don't think he has. They go for the contact. They find the first. The AK spray. It's not quite there for XMS. He's running out of bullets. He knows he's trying to tap away at Adam, trying to buy time for his team to come in on the recovery. They will just about manage it as Adam finds 1 before the trade. It's all down to Mezzi. Somehow they found 2 frags with these default pistols, but Mezzi is left 3 versus 1. A USPS, no armor. And he's in such an awkward spot here. He should be able to recover a rifle, but that bomb is going to go down on the A bomb site. It's going to be 3 versus 1 for Mezzi. Surely he just saves an AWP here. There will be the AWP of Sixer available in that area. in towards top of mid as this bomb goes down 3v1. And surely Mezzy just commits to the save. Grabs himself an AK-47. Looks like he wants to give this a go. Wants to try and find a little bit more damage into the coffers of LDLC. Make it a little bit more expensive. But hiding in towards top of mid. He will finally resign himself to the save. Grabs himself an AWP. Needs to get out of here sharpish. Major is on the hunt. And if Mezzy is not quick about this, he could be taken down. That would be absolutely horrifying for Vexed Gaming. LDLC will take the lead. 14-13. 2 rounds away from forcing map number 3 here. But can they find it? Or will Vexed bite back? They only need 3 rounds to shut this series out 2-0. 3 players kept alive for LDLC. Starting to build themselves up a little bit of bank. They will have the full buy, but so will Vexed. This one is going the distance, ladies and gentlemen. 13-14. Fraser gets that AWP dropped across to him. It will be the full buy for the rest of Vexed Gaming. They'll have the rifles in support, as will LDLC. Whoever wins this round is in with a serious chance of taking the series. Open 4 rifles for the CT side. 5 rifles for LDLC. 2 Kriegs, 3 AK-47s. Fraser being proactive, looking for the pick. Not finding anything though. And the Molotovs will actually lock Major into this peak. And it's behind him as well. He's got to push up. This could be an opening pick for Vex. Not quite going to get the timing. Major on 52 HP in the edge of the smoke. Messi spams him down. Straight through the smoke. He finds the opening pick for his team. And with the bomb towards the B bomb site, the rotation bait is coming in from XMS. And his teammate Happy trying to just call that rotation out. But Fraser and Cray should have this A bomb site locked down. The Molotov goes deep to buy time. And the pop flashes as well for Cray on the peak. And Adam fast flanking. He's got the bomb and he's managed to find the double kill. He has single-handedly secured this round for his team as Happy eats the dink. Down to 14 on the A ramp. XMS, he's been an absolute hero for LDLC. But surely not here. Adam on just 2 points of health will back away from the situation. It's a 5 versus 2. Vexed have the bomb. And Mezzy's managed to recover a Krieg as well. Such a strong weapon on the CT side. The hunt is already beginning for the remainder of these LDLC players. You can see Lynx pushing up towards top of mid. They want to deny these rifles. They want to make this as awkward as possible. It will be the 14th for Vexed. But how much more damage can they do to LDLC? 2 more rounds is what all that either team need here. We could feasibly see an OT coming in. Adam and Link, they're going to push in towards the air apartments. They should be able to take Happy down here. He's on just 14 HP. That's a beautiful pop flash. Happy doesn't even bother with the spam. Adam straight up takes him down. He's on low HP. He's just hunting them down. XMS will find the refrag, but they now know where he is, and they want to take him. Link will find it. 14 apiece. No rifles kept up for LDLC, and now they're the ones on the brink of the end. They have very limited money. LDLC, Sixers on 1.4. Happy and Major can buy, but the rest of the team, they don't have any money. Five rifles as well. 4 kept up for Vexed Gaming in the previous. They are looking absolutely set here. They are so close to pulling this off, to getting themselves that place in the quarterfinals. The half by the force will come in for LDLC, but there's so many pistols to back it up. Happy grabs the rifle. Major should be able to do the same, but it's going to be 2 rifles and 3 pistols for this LDLC side to try and prevent map and series point going the way of Vexed. And with such a strong full buy, can they do anything to this Vexed Gaming roster? It looks like they are going to try for the mid control, where currently Fraser has that AWP. The utility will have to be used to force him off of it, and they will gain that mid control. A little bit of nade damage, a slight chip, but nothing to be concerned about as the mid smoke comes in from Happy, locking Fraser out of these early engagements. Adam wants to go for the peak, wants to be proactive, but nobody wants to make the mistake here. Link in towards short. The spray is good for 1. Does he know the second player's close? He does, and he finds the shot. 5v3 now. The support is here. Roden finds 1, but Link's still alive towards short. He's doing so much damage. His team are taking frags all around him. It is all on Major. 1 versus 3 to prevent this one going to map and series point. He's on the B bomb site, but Vex know exactly where he is. They've got him locked in here. 1 minute and 7 left on the clock. He has time to play with. He has to hit his shots. Cray, the first to find. He will do so. Doesn't take any damage. That makes this possible as he looks to try and fake the bomb plant out. He's still trying to find another frag here. He's isolating the 1v1s. Fraser biding his time in the market as this time the bomb will be stuck. 1 versus 2. There's utility for Vexed. Does manage to get spotted. What a shot from Fraser. The head is removed and Vexed have the series point. 15-14. They need one more round. And LDLC, they have to win to force OT. But will they have any money? They won't. They're only going to be able to afford the pistols, the armor. The half-buy is going to have to do it for the Frenchman. Fraser with what a shot from the AWPer. Really showing up. Adam on 28, Link on 25. Everybody is showing up for Vexed. The half-buy is in. It's SMGs and pistols. This is very, very rough for LDLC. Vexed are one round away from booking themselves a place in the quarterfinals. What can LDLC do? They're trying to take mid-control through Happy, but he's only got a deagle. The rest of his team taking the early contact in towards B. Again, Major sent on a fact-finding mission. Mezzy just locking him out for the time being as Link takes control of short. And it is just going to be this B hit again for LDLC. But they have been so good at repelling this. 3 Vex Gaming players there as the utility reigns over the top, including Fraser on the AWP. Mezzy find one. The trade is there. The AWPer just raining havoc. Can't quite hit the shot onto Sixer. The M4's there though. Link and Fraser combining. It's all onto Sixer. 1 versus 3. He only has the MAC-10 to work with. The bomb is down and Vexed have done it. They have their place in the quarterfinals. They have demolished the Frenchman. 16-13. And 16-14.